Mega Kangaskhan is officially tied for the first place in terms of basic Pokemon having the biggest amount of hit points in the game's history, and new cards from Phantasmal Flames like Jumbo Ice Cream makes it even more likely to survive hits from your opponent. But you know me, I'm not like every other Pokemon TCG content creator on YouTube in that I don't play the standard format very often. So let's go see how even older cards from the Pokemon trading card game can make Mega Kangaskhan an absolute beast in the expanded beta format on TCG Live. Let's go. Mega Kangaskhan EX has the attack rapid fire combo, which does 200 damage, and then we flip a coin until we get tails, and for each heads we do 50 more damage. So we have the potential to OHKO anything in the game. We can power up this attack in a singular turn thanks to an old supporter card, Welder, which allows us to attach up to 2 fire energy from our hand to one of our Pokemon and then draw 3 cards. Then we can attach an energy from our hand for turn. So we have many ways to heal, boost the amount of HP, and reduce the amount of damage Mega Kangaskhan takes or has with cards like Jumbo Ice Cream, as I mentioned in the intro, healing 80 damage from a Pokemon in the active spot that has 3 or more energy attached to it. Max Potion, which heals off all damage from one of our Pokemon, and then we discard all energy attached to that Pokemon. Bravery Charm, giving basic Pokemon this card is attached to plus 50 HP. Penny, which is a supporter, which allows you to pick up one of your basic Pokemon and return all cards attached to it into your hand. And our ace pick of choice, Scoop Up Cyclone, just allows us to scoop up one of our Pokemon for completely free with all cards attached to it. Mallow and Lana, which allows us to switch our active Pokemon and heal 120 damage if we discard 2 cards from our hand. Our stadium of choice is the popular stadium, Lively Stadium, and which basically gives all Pokemon in play, or basic Pokemon, sorry, plus 30 HP. And last but not least, Bouffalant, which has the ability which reads, if you have at least one other Bouffalant in play, all basic normal type Pokemon take 60 less damage from attacks. Of course, this wouldn't be an expanded beta deck without an insane draw engine and support Pokemon lineup with cards like Dedenne-GX, discarding our hand and drawing a fresh 6 cards when we put it into play. Latias EX, giving all the Pokemon we play in a deck no retreat cost as they are all basic Pokemon. Lumineon V, which allows us to search our deck for a supporter card and put it into our hand. Eldegoss V, which allows us to put a supporter card from our discard pile back into our hand. And if you are really worried about flipping enough heads for getting the KO with Kangaskhan, we play a copy of Victini, which allows us to basically reflip the coins on the effects of an attack thanks to its ability Victory Star, which is absolutely insane. But the deck list is down in the description as always, but check out the upcoming gameplay and let me know your thoughts on this Mega Kangaskhan EX tank deck in the comments below. Alright, we are going second, which is absolutely excellent, and we do have the Welder supporter in the hand with a Fiery Flint, which allows us to get like 4 fire energy out of the deck if we discard 2 cards from our hand, which is absolutely crazy. And we do have a couple quick ball in the hand as well. It is all looking up, folks, and they just pass. Oh my goodness, we top deck a Lumineon as well just for good measure. We could get the donk here potentially. I think we get the Dedenne-GX off the Hisuian heavy ball, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, we're going to start off with a quick ball for a Mega Kangaskhan, the big thick boy I like to call him. Absolutely insane. It is probably worth trying to Fiery Flint. Unfortunately, I think I am going to have to get rid of the quick ball here, because the quick ball gets us the Latias, right, and that just guarantees the win. But that is sort of like unfortunate that I have to do that, so I can get this Welder off. Though I do still have a draw with the Dedenne-GX as always, and we don't get into anything good off those 3 cards from the Welder. So yeah, it's a Dedenne-GX and Prey. I think we'll attach from hand quickly, and then yeah, go for a Dedenne change, discard our hand and draw a fresh 6 cards. And there's the Scoop Up Cyclone, which allows us to scoop up the Victini and just put it into our hand, and then we'll just promote the Kangaskhan, and yeah, and they can see, let's go! Alright, we are going second again, that is absolutely excellent, and looks like we're going against Serena EX, which has the interesting attack Icicle Soul, which allows you to put damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon until there's like 30 HP remaining, and pair that with like Panic Mask, it becomes absolutely crazy. Anyway, it is our turn, and this is why, this is why we play the Mist Energy in the deck. You can see that in the hand right now, which just prevents those effects of those attacks, which is absolutely crazy. It's basically an out to like the likes of Alakazam and Serena and any deck that does that, to be honest. I forgot to mention that in the intro, to be honest, but we can just like Nest Ball for probably another Mega Kangaskhan and go from there. I would like to have seen a couple, like another energy in the hand for the Welder, but unfortunately we can't quite get there, so I'm just gonna have to set up a Bouffalant for potentially in future, and I think I might have to even retreat into the Bouffalant just in case they attack me or something. But I guess we do have the Mist Energy in play, so they can't really Icicle Soul us or the one Mega Kangaskhan, and this is why I play two in the deck, just in case they go after my other Mega Kangaskhan I have on the bench, which is absolutely crazy. I have such a big brain when it comes to making expanded beta decks, I cannot lie if I don't say so myself. Anyway, they do just rare candy straight into the Serena EX, which is kind of nutty, and they just get a Bidoof out with a Nest Ball. It looks like they're playing the Barrel Engine. That is pretty good. They Arven as well. That means they're probably going to get Panic Mask and Earthen Vessel. That's completely fine as well. And yeah, they're just going to do their thing, and maybe they could go after the other Mega Kangaskhan I put down on the bench with no Mist Energy on it, but hopefully we'll see what they can do. Hopefully we'll still be able to wrap this up, depending on what they do. We do have Victini in the hand as well for extra coin flips, and they go for the one with the Mist Energy on it. Clearly they didn't see what the Mist Energy does on the Kangaskhan. What? That is really strange. Anyway, we can just retreat for free because of Latias EX, and I can draw a couple cards with the Run Errand ability. That's another thing I forgot to mention. I'm getting into a Welder. Run Errand just allows us to draw a couple cards when we're in the active spot, which is absolutely excellent. We've drawn into a few cards for next turn. I've got Fiery Flint for next turn. Here we go. We only get 200 damage off. Okay, but we still have the Victini, so anything better than that would be really good. 1 heads, that's completely fine. 250 damage ain't too bad, is it? But this deck can really get heads going, and I'm really hoping that we can get a few heads off in a row for a big Oko. But yeah, that'd be insane. What are they going to do? Maybe they're going to attack with the other attack on Serena EX. What's it called? Tropical Kick or something like that. Something Kick, and do like 180 damage or something, which is basically nothing in this deck, to be honest. I mean, we've got a maximum 350 HP right now. If I get another Bouffalant down, that gets like to what, 410, and then plus 30. I have the Lively Stadium in play, is like 440 HP, which is crazy, and now I can just heal off all the damage with the Jumbo Ice Creams, which is absolutely crazy. Yummy. Run Errand for a couple more cards, that's fine. I could even scoop up with Penny if I wanted, but I think it's probably just better to get more fire energy into the hand, so I can Welder again, because I do have the Eldegoss in the hand right now, which is absolutely wild. Thin out the rest of the energy from the deck as well, and just go from there. This deck is mental. Like, who's knocking out a 350 HP Pokemon in this meta? Let's be real. I can Welder to the other Kangaskhan on the bench, and yeah, that's completely fine. I don't even have the max potion. I can just try and rapid fire combo again. Can we get any heads? It doesn't really matter because we're taking the knockout anyway, which is absolutely wild. No, I don't want to reflip the coins, thank you. And yeah, we just take 2 prizes. And oh, this deck is so tanky, I absolutely love it. They just promote another bounce suite. They could get into another Serena EX, I guess, or something like that. I don't really know what their game plan is. Ultra Ball. They could get with Barrel actually. That's a good play from them. But this deck is mental. I guess Iono would kind of suck for us right now. Down to 4 cards. We do have a lot of cardboard in our hand, but this deck is crazy. I mean, 440 HP. This Pokemon can have theoretically if you have all the right pieces in play, which is absolutely mental. I am not surprised that this deck is actually starting to see a lot of play in the standard format. And we've just been ioned into the Mist Energy. That just gives us an out to win. Oh my goodness, GG's. That was a funny last game, oh my goodness. What is this deck? This is absolutely crazy. We can just have the Lively Stadium in play with the Bravery Charm. We've already got 380 HP on this Kangaskhan already this game, and we can just run errand for a couple cards. There's the Latias EX for free retreat, and we are going first this game, so that is a bit unfortunate. We can't get the Welder support off, but we do have the Mist Energy attachment, which is completely fine. I have no idea what we're playing against. Oh, now that they've benched a Raichu V, maybe an old version of Turbo Miraidon EX or something like that. Lightning types are so broken and expanded. It's quite one of the go-to types for playing in expanded beta. It's so turbo, so fun, and just has the ability to deal a load of damage, but they can just squawk and seize. Here we go, here's the turbo. Why didn't they research? What? That is really weird. They Peony instead. That just discards their hand and gets like 2 items or 2 trainer cards or 2 items into their hand or something like that. It's on screen for you now, but yeah, they're just going to get the Battle VIP pass. That's another big expanded beta card that just allows you to get 2 basic Pokemon right onto your bench if you go first, or on your first turn, sorry, which is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I am not. Yeah, we're definitely playing against Turbo Miraidon. Okay, the Electricity Generator that's going to try and power up all of their cards. That is all of their Pokemon. That is absolutely crazy. They're powering up the Raikou. They get 2 energy off that Electricity Generator, which is the max you can get, and they've just restarted. Oh my goodness. So technically my Lively Stadium has helped them because it just gives them like a bunch of extra HP on all their basic Pokemon they play in the deck, and most Lightning decks only play basic Pokemon, which is absolutely wild, and they just motivate. Looks like they're going to power up some other Pokemon on the bench, and just do that. That is absolutely crazy. Never thought I'd see a Squawk ability EX attack, I can't lie. Anyway, we can just Fiery Flint away both those energy because we top deck the Fire Crystal, which is another useful card in this deck. You can just get free fire energy back from your discard pile into your hand, which is absolutely crazy. We can run errand for a couple more cards, and I am just happy to Welder now those couple energy on the Kangaskhan, and I can even start powering up the other one I have on the bench, and I can just quick ball now, probably away the Fire Crystal. I'm not too sure what for, to be honest, because I pretty much have everything I want in the hand. Maybe I should get a Dedenne or something for next turn, or maybe a Bouffalant, just to, you know, start potentially threatening, reducing the amount of damage they do later down the line in this game. But we can just take the knockout because we're just doing 200 damage and it doesn't matter. But we still haven't hit heads on single rapid fire combo, which is a bit unfortunate. You'd think I'd be hitting some heads by now, but the game says otherwise. I guess the game thinks you're already knocking them out, mate, so there's no need for you to have any heads, you know what I mean? But yeah, this deck is crazy. We've still got 360 HP. I can't even process a basic Pokemon with 360 HP. Back when I started playing, I'm gonna sound really old now. 250 to 270 HP was considered a lot, which is absolutely mental. And just having this amount of HP now is absolutely mental. Anyway, they're just gonna like probably attack with Raikou V, I imagine. They do have the Raichu V powered up though, which is actually quite concerning because they can use the dynamic spark attack and just do discard like all the energy from play and like knock me out, which is absolutely crazy because it does like 60 damage for each energy you discard from your board state, which is absolutely crazy. They PO'd again. That is wild. They're getting a double generator off. That is gonna be wild. So yeah, they can just like, how much are they doing? 180, 240, 300, 360. So they're doing 420 damage, which is just enough, or well, more than enough to be honest, to knock me out. So they need to do 330. So yeah, they just need to do 360 damage, which they can do. But here's the thing, right? They're going to have to discard most of their energy that they have in play in order to do this. So it's quite sacrificial, if you ask me. Look, they're just going to leave one energy on the Mew EX and take 3 prizes. That's completely fine. I do have a Welder still in the hand, so I am just happy to promote the Kangaskhan EX here. Top it decking the Jumbo Ice Cream is a bit unfortunate at this stage. I can definitely run errand first for a couple cards. We get an Eldegoss for later, that's completely fine. And I'm not going to play, well, I'm going to Welder first, but I'm not going to play the Lively Stadium just so that my opponent doesn't get the extra 30 HP on the Raichu V here, because I don't want to, you know, rely on a coin flip getting heads, because you know my luck with this video at the moment, we've got 0 heads from rapid fire combo flips. So, and that still remains, which is absolutely crazy. That statement remains in this video. That is a bit unfortunate, but I'm absolutely fine with that. We can just take another 2 prizes and we get a Victini to reflip the heads, you know what I mean? So this is fine now, because now I don't have to rely on like a single rapid fire combo effect, and I can reflip the coins if I want to next turn, which is absolutely crazy. Looks like they are powering up the Mew EX, which could be a bit concerning, I cannot lie, because they can just genome hacking and flip enough heads to do enough damage to knock me out, because I only have 350 HP. I can't believe I'm saying that, but they only need like 3-4 heads to knock me out here, or 3 heads actually, which is crazy. And no, 4 heads. I apologise for that. I cannot do maths, I can tell you, but they're gonna definitely do it, which would be a bit. I'm worried now. I'm shaking in my boots, I cannot lie, but hopefully they have the same luck with as me as flipping heads, which is crazy. They get 1 head, oh god. Yes, okay, we're fine. They only do 250 damage. Our Kangaskhan EX still has 100 HP remaining, and they scoop. GG's, well played. Whilst testing this deck, I tried playing cards like Lucky Ice Pop, Acerola and Wally's Compassion, which are all very good healing cards in their own right, but I thought it was more important to prioritise powering up with the Welder supporter to guarantee the turn after turn attacks. But what changes would you make to the deck? Were there any essential cards that I missed? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss another upload. But whilst you're waiting for the next one, why not check out this other deck in Expanded that makes it impossible for your opponent to KO you. That's on your screen when you're ready, but until next time, stay strategic everyone. See ya.